Yes. So as we were talking, we have different lokas, the fragment of us existing in them, and why Kailash, we can say literally portals, or all these fragments in other lokas, we can find a link for all these fragments all together at one place, like a portal. That portal we can find in the Kailash dimension, in the Kailash lok. See, we will talking about Lok Sabha. Maybe you are just too much into politics. all right, all right. We'll come to that, Santoshaya. Let us keep some patience. We'll move into that slowly. This is also a big topic that should be covered in the transcendence. All locals. I get it. I get it. I was just trying to be funny. So, Kailash, you can find like a portal which is accessing to all the dimensions together in one place. See, to go to all these different lokas, or to more accurately, to activate your fragment in that particular dimension, you need certain qualities or certain qualifications. For example, if it is the Swarga Loka, if it is the heaven dimension or some sort of dimension, you need to have some sort of qualifications. Okay, so your deeds, some sort of deeds are there, some sort of karmas are there. You are eligible to go there. Then you have Naraka Loka, right? Hell, what we call as hell. Even to go there, you need certain qualifications. You just can't wake up and think that I want to go there, and my fragment in me over there would be activated. You need certain type of qualifications for that too. To reach to Vaikuntha, you need certain different types of qualifications. There is a loka called as Indra Loka, where all the gods reside, or you can say anyone who has got that state of consciousness, or who has got that fragment activated in that loka. To get that fragment activated, you at least need a god. You at least need to be a god, which is you are experiencing that Shuddha Advaita, not just Advaita, Shuddha Advaita, as we understood the layers after zero. You are in that state of Shuddha Advaita, you are a god. You're considered as a god. And then you have the access to go to Vaikuntha or Indraloka. But see, for Kailash, there is no such qualifications. No as such qualifications needed for that fragment to be activated. That fragment is ready and is under your grasp to be experienced, to be activated always. इसीलिए either it is a god, either it is a human like us, either it is an alien, or either it is anything, or like anyone. It is a asur, devils, or not the devil, say evils, or uh, rakshasas, whatever they are. Everyone has the access to go to Kailash. They do that. No, no qualification is needed. No eligibility thing is needed to go to Kailash. That is also a reason why one fragment of Kailash is existing in Bhuloka. Are you getting it? Why Kailash is existing on Earth? Why a fragment of Kailash is on Earth? Because all the earthly beings have that right, have that eligibility and qualification to access Kailash as a dimension. That is why the fragment is there also, that fragment is here also. So when we talk about Earth, we are not talking about this planet. Earth is me, my body. It is Earth. That fragment has come down to Earth, which means you naturally have an access to that dimension. You understanding the point? So in this way, all the different asuras, and you would have seen this. Any asur comes, does a sadhana of Shiva, achieve powers from the Kailash, and then they go for their destruction or whatever. Yes. So anyone, everyone, we all of us have the right to go to Kailash, have the right to take some initiations from there, take some energy from there, use it in the Bhuloka or the other Loka, whichever you are accessible to. It is a play, divine play that you can do. Who is doing this divine play? This divine play is done by that Vishnu who is sitting in Vaikuntha. How come Vishnu? The intelligence aspect in you. He is doing this play, that whatever play that you will be doing. So is it that if asuras or if evil also has intelligence aspect, which means that Vishnu is evil? It's not like that. It's a quality. For example, electricity. You use it correctly, you get comfort. You touch it directly, you get shocked, right? In the same way, it is an essence. I would like to read this. He know his body and his it went. All right. Maybe I would be trying to stretch the patience you have got, but I would try to stretch it a bit more. Hey, let's enjoy it. All right. We'll get the practice. Don't worry. Don't worry. The practice would be easy. It would not be as long as it was yesterday. And it's good that if you don't hurry at all. Kailash, it is such an amusing thing. Such an amusing thing. We all have the access to it very simply just by keeping a will to access it. I would like to tell you this. Whenever you feel devotion towards something or someone, it can even be a person, it can be a deity, it can be a higher entity, whatever it is. Whenever you feel that sense of connection, or whenever the TPS comes to zero and you reach to that state of Advaita, oneness, Kailasha is 100% accessible, is completely available. The other dimensions need something else. For example, the hell or the Narak Loka, you cannot you cannot be entering into Narak, you cannot be entering into that Loka if the TPS is more than 10. I'm giving you an example, these are not the exact numbers, just for understanding. If the TPS is more than 10, we cannot enter into the hell. If TPS is lower than 10, you definitely go to the higher ones, the above ones. In this way, even if the TPS is 100, if there are so many thoughts inside, you bring them down, you reach to that zero or to that level of enlightenment, you are knowing nothing, knowing gives you the access. All right, that is also a different thing. What we are talking here is some or the other way trying to stimulate the fragment of you in all those different lokas all together, so that something amazing comes into existence here. Whatever we think, maybe something is manifestation, maybe something is enlightenment. This is only in the thought level. Once you start feeling that abundance, once you are experiencing it, altogether new gates or new life, new doors of lives open up. Now, what we are talking now is far more up than what is Kundalini and all right? Kundalini, pranic energy, everything is very basic level. What we are talking about is far up, far more above, far more above. Well, yes. So, Santosh ji, we will be starting with the practice now. how and what we will be doing, we'll try to understand. Yesterday we were talking and thinking about how the matter, or just how the matter or atomic structure, which is here, everywhere beyond what we can see, exists. And when we come to know that that matter and this matter is same, I am that matter, we experience something which is called as Brahma. And when this comes into the state of experience, you come to an understanding which is Aham bhramhasmi, from where knowledge of all the Vedas comes up. This comes from within. You don't have to learn or read something. It is also widely said. जब जब गीता की कृपा होगी, आपको गीता आ जाएगी, आपको गीता पढ़नी नहीं पड़ेगी. जब आप पे वेदों की कृपा होती है तो आपको वेद आ जाता है, आपको वो पढ़ने नहीं पड़ता. You don't have to read them and understand them or take them from the physical input. They just come out as an experiential input. So deeper states of consciousness brings you information. Yesterday we were talking about this onto a physical level. This is today we will try to experience this into a, by doing certain thing which is a totally on a mental level. So we are not doing any sort of mantra chanting today. We will be just doing breathe work. Before we move to that breathe work, I will tell you to look at the space that we are holding. Something that we practice literally every day. Looking at the, or just witnessing the space that we are holding. Space element comes into existence from Shiva to Vishnu, and from Vishnu, by getting it added in the four types of elements, the fifth element comes, and then these powers comes to Brahma. In this way, we will be trying to make our link with that conscious element, and secondly, we are going to be in that state of Brahma. We are going to try to do this too. By saying or calling it as Brahma, it is not at all related to something particular. It is actually that state of experience or that state of reality, as per se, as to say, the state of reality that we are in. It is the state of reality that we are in. The material existence that we have. We are totally going to intune ourselves with this material existence that we have. Before that, we'll be looking at the space element. So just two things that we are going to do, only two practices. We will listen to the practices carefully. Yes. So the first practice is looking at the space that we have inside the body, which is trapped inside within the boundaries of our skin. Yes. How we do it is, how wonderful the space element is. Basically, my favorite element in the five. For example, the earth is moving, and whenever we ask people where the space is, space kahan pe hai, space element kahan hai, तो लोग ऊपर देखते हैं कि it is in the sky, space between the sun and the moon and all. But if we see कि the earth is in the space, यानी इस अर्थ में जो भी चीज है, everything is covered with the space. So you and me, this device and me, आपके और आपके डिवाइस के बीच में जो भी है, this is space, right? Space, this void space. This space is such a thing. देखिए, why I am calling this as a Shiva's element, because just like Shiva, just like a Sakshi, just like a witnesser, He witnessed everything, but he is not related to anything. He is a separate entity, but he witnessed. While witnessing, he is there connecting. He is there experiencing what is happening, but still detached. In the same way, space. It is inside your body, it is within your body, outside your body, everywhere. It is there, but still it is detached. The earth is moving 900, 800 miles per hour speed. 900 miles, all right, 800 miles per hour. That's a lot of speed. But this space giving us no resistance at all. It is just there. Now you are sitting in a room. That's why you think, "Acha, this much space is mine." But if you see, as the earth is in a movement, this space cannot be stationary existing. It is moving. Highest, I don't know which direction, but it is moving somewhere. Yes, the space is continuous movement. It is never touched by anyone. It has been there. It has witnessed, but is never connected with anything. The same way, if there is an atomic blast happening over here, everything, the soil, everything of around 10-kilometer radius, everything will be gone. But the space can't be touched. For example, you visualize a cube of space in front of you. In between both of your palms, there's a cube of space. See, so your face goes inside the cube, comes outside the cube. Space has nothing to do with it. In this same way, some space is trapped inside this body. Correct? Correct? It is not related to the mass. Whatever mass is there, whatever substance is there, it is not at all related, but it is inside that substance everywhere. Yes. Looking at this space inside the body, this space inside that, the space you have inside the body, which got trapped by the boundaries of your skin, and now it becomes activated, energy activated. This space we call as Atma. Getting it? Whatever you call as soul is this space, ये आकाश तत्व जो किसी शक्ति रूपी से जागृत है, तो अब हम इसे कहते हैं कि ये आत्मा है, सोल है, जो आपके बॉडी के अंदर है. Yes, this is why I say conscious element is different and Atma, soul, is different. Soul is particular. तो इसीलिए कहते हैं जब rebirth होता है, whatever happens, the soul moves. Conscious element cannot move because it is never identified by anything. It is just there. So we will also see कि हमें sensitive बनना है, हमें देखना है इस स्पेस को जो हमारी स्किन के अंदर है, जो हमारे स्किन के अंदर ट्रैप्ड. बस इस स्पेस को देखने से we are actually integrating the pranic body we have, the energy body that you have, and the mental body that you have. So for example, you want to do healing further, or you want to move energies within you. अच्छा, आपको पता चल रहा है कि there is some sort of energy in me, maybe kundalini. You're feeling it, and now then after you're feeling it, you want to rise it up. All this task and all these things become very easy to us when the mind, the mental layer, the mental level, the mental body and the pranic body are well integrated with each other. जब आपका मन और आपकी प्राण शक्ति ये इंटीग्रेटेड है, एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, now whatever you do is a chamatkar, right? Whatever you do is a miracle. This is how the miracles takes place. So integration, a good integration between the mental body and the pranic body is necessary for us. Mental body trying to witness that space is Vishnu closing his eyes and meditating upon Shiva, Shiva closing his eyes and trying to look at Vishnu. This is this. कि आपकी आंखें बंद है, आप आपके अंदर की इस आकाश तत्व को देखने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, So intelligence is doing that. Intelligence is trying to leave the Brahma, leave the Brahmic things, and is trying to focus on the eternal aspect, Shiva. When this is happening, when the intelligence is being devoted to the conscious element, the conscious element is naturally the Aradha, naturally the one devoted, the one who has, the one for whom the intelligence is being devoted. In a way, consciousness is also being dominant or is coming into the frame. बॉडी माइंड के फ्रेम में कॉन्शियसनेस आ रहा है जब इंटेलिजेंस एस्पेक्ट उस कॉन्शियसनेस को देख रहा है. यहाँ पर हमें कॉन्शियसनेस को डायरेक्टली एज कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं देखना है, हमें उसे एज स्पेस एलिमेंट देखना है. लेटर ऑन जब हम इसी टेक्निक में थोड़ा गहराई पर जाएंगे, we will reach to that conscious element automatically. So this is step 1. Step 2, हम यूजुअली जो भी फोटोज देखते हैं, पिक्चर्स देखते हैं भगवानों के, ये उसमें वो बहुत सारी चीजें बताते हैं कि they have multiple faces, multiple heads, they have multiple hands, they are holding different things. So भगवान के फोटो के पीछे आप देखते हैं कि एक येलो लाइट बनी होती है. So these are metaphors. Metaphor is not exactly the thing, but references, something that is trying to show this is that. Yes, it is a metaphor. जैसे कि एक हाथी की मूर्ति रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है हाथी को, बट वो है तो मिट्टी का पुतला, राइट? वो है तो मूर्ति, बट इट इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग दैट एलिफेंट. सो इन दिस वे a metaphor is like this. So ये एलिफेंट, एक हाथी की मूर्ति, ये उस बड़े हाथी का मेटाफर है, वो रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है. इस प्रकार से जब हम भगवानों के जो भी चीजें देखते हैं, जो भी चला आ रहा है सालों सालों से, एक्चुअली ये उस एलिमेंट के मेटाफर्स हैं. कॉन्शियस एलिमेंट जो कि एक्टिव है, बहुत एक्टिव है, सुप्रीम कॉन्शियसनेस तक पहुंच चुका है. अच्छा, दिस टॉपिक इज आल्सो समथिंग वी विल टॉक अबाउट दिस लेटर. कि मैटर, consciousness that is around you, sovereign consciousness that is everywhere, integral sovereign consciousness. So there are states in the consciousness itself. Shiva, Sadashiva, Param Shiva. समझिए इसको. कॉन्शियसनेस शिवा, सोवेरियन कॉन्शियसनेस जो कि सब जगह पर है, आसपास में सब जगह जहां भी आपकी नजर जा सकती है, माइंड जा सकता है. सदा शिवा, सोवेरियन कॉन्शियसनेस. एंड द कॉन्शियसनेस जहां पर आपका माइंड नहीं पहुंच सकता, उसमें ब्रह्मांड का समावेश है, ब्रह्मांडों का समावेश है. एवरीथिंग इज इंक्लूडेड इन दैट. दैट आल्सो द हाईएस्ट पोटेंशियल, परम शिव. And then you have something which is Brahma. So, acha, why this metaphor thing I brought here? Because today we are going to literally look at ourselves as Brahma, and we will be trying to imbibe the pranic force as Brahma. This may be sound very difficult, but it is not. Believe me, it is not. So when you are in that state, when you will be breathing further, what we will be doing is you will be actually not just be imbibing higher levels of pranic energy into you, but higher levels of cognitions will be coming to you. Higher levels of intentions will be coming. It is like जैसे कि हम जिप फोल्डर बनाते हैं पीसी में, जैसे कोई एप्लीकेशन है, मे बी वो एप्लीकेशन बहुत बड़ी है, पर हम उसके जो भी एप्लीकेशन के कोड्स है उनको छोटा करके उनका एक शॉर्ट फॉर्म बनाते हैं. तो हम एक जिप फोल्डर बनाते हैं कि अच्छा, 50 MB की चीज है, आपने 10 MB में दे दी, और 2 MB में आपने उसका उसका डिकोडिंग दे दिया कि अच्छा ये कंप्रेस्ड कोड को आपको ओपन कैसे करना है, तो 50 MB gets compressed into 12 MB. But when it is merged together by the intelligence, वो पूरा 50 MB comes out. Correct? Am I correct? The computer does all these things for you in the same way. In the same way, initiations will be given to you, whichever you need. We all are different. We all may be in the different states of minds. We all may be needing something different, and whatever could be the best for us to receive, or whatever would be the best for us to decode further, would be given to us. I'm so sorry to stretch this, but I want this to share this. This is also important. Our body, never nurtures something that is waste. Never ever it nurtures something which is waste, no use. How many of you are familiar with this? There is a concept which is in the science, it is called as junk DNA. Yes, anyone heard about this earlier? Junk DNA.
Yes, Guruji.
You have?
Yes.
Can you tell me where it is and what purpose it is there for?
So according to science, 97% of the DNA is junk DNA, and it is like 3.5% of the DNA makes us what we are. So they believe that the rest 97 is just waste, and there is nothing in it.
This is the reason why I said our body never nurtures something that is waste. Our body cannot have something which is waste. Our DNA, acha, scientists, they don't even know what is the role of the junk DNA, what it is supposed to do. They just think, acha, it is, we are unknown. Its uses or its characteristics, purposes are unknown for science yet. But Vedas mixed together, Vedagamas, they give this thing. Actually, I can't actually give you words to words right now. But from there, we get a reference to this, that this portion, this thing in our body, what science is calling as junk DNA, is not actually junk. This is where all the information is stored, not just of this lives, all the lives that you are carrying, whatever we call as a sanchit karma, prarabdha karma, all are existing there. Agamya karma, all are there. All is it is a storage of information and knowledge. So many things that we are yet to explore in our lives are already there, stored in our DNA. It already knows. Acha, so what we are supposed to do? What is the most shortest way for us? That we need to somehow activate this junk DNA, these fragments of protein that we have inside, not at a particular part, but in the whole body, from the hair to your nails, the whole body you have this thing which is DNA. In each and every cell you have it. There you have those pieces of information which is same everywhere, untouched by our consciousness, storing so much of information. And today, somehow, we are going to try to crack it. Definitely, by the Shri Mandala, it is supposed to be opened up totally. By the 25 heads, it is supposed to open up totally. The junk DNA is supposed to revoke itself completely. Today, we'll try to be at a level of Brahma and try to stimulate the junk DNA that we have. All of these things will be given to you and would be happening to you just by the breathing that you do. What sort of how breathing we are going to do, now we will be learning it. So the metaphor of Brahma, as we know, he is having 4 heads. Yes, all of you know this. Brahma has 4 heads, 4 faces. So we are going to try to invoke these faces within us. So acha, let us understand the skull, the head. You have the third eye in between. Yes, exactly in the center. You have the third eye inside the skull. So around 1 inch, 1.5 inches inside from the right, left, front, back in the center. Keeping this third eye as one. समझिए, हमें इस त्रिनेत्र को एक ही रखना है. त्रिनेत्र को एक रखते हुए हमें और एक फेस का और एक चेहरे का निर्माण करना है आपके राइट में, लेफ्ट में और पीछे. यस, यानी हम विजुअलाइज करेंगे कि हमारा ये फेस, ये चेहरा, ये एक ही चेहरा है और यही चेहरा आपके राइट में भी है, लेफ्ट में भी है, पीछे भी है. तो जो आपके स्कल के सेंटर में थर्ड आई है, इस थर्ड आई को हम डिवाइड नहीं कर रहे, इस थर्ड आई को एक ही रख रहे हैं. त्रिनेत्र को एक ही रखना है और हमें दूसरे फेसेस को निर्माण करना है. जिस प्रकार से ये डिस्टेंस 1.5 इंच है आपके फेस में और थर्ड आई में, इसी 1.5 इंच के डिस्टेंस को मेंटेन करते हुए एक फेस एट द राइट, एक फेस एट द लेफ्ट, एक फेस एट द बैक. जस्ट द वे ब्रह्मा एग्जिस्ट्स. आप समझिए कि हम एक प्रकार से खुद ही वो परमेश्वर बनने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं. So this is something which is very deep. We will try to do it with all the integrity that we have. So also you will be having 8 hands. आप विजुअलाइज कर सकते हैं कि मुझे 8 हाथ, 2 ऊपर है, 2 नीचे, 2 नीचे, 2 नीचे, 8 हाथ. और इसके बाद में हम जिस प्रकार से सांसें अंदर लेते हैं, हमें बहुत ही ध्यानपूर्वक इन चार ही चेहरों से, 4 ही नाकों से सांस को अंदर लेना है. तो अब जब आप ब्रीद इन कर रहे हैं, सांसें अंदर ले रहे हैं, तो सिर्फ एक नाक से नहीं, 4 ही साइड से आप अंदर आ रही है. तो हम प्राण शक्ति को शरीर के अंदर 4 साइड से इनकलकेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. शुरुआत में थोड़े से ब्रीदिंग साइकिल्स के बाद 12 से 15 ब्रीदिंग तक आपको शरीर के अंदर इंक्रीज हीट और इंक्रीज एनर्जी सब महसूस होने लग जाएगा. इसी एनर्जी को जब ये इंक्रीज होती है, ये हीट बढ़ रही है, समथिंग इज हैपनिंग इन यू. इसी को हम जब इंटेंस करते जाएंगे, एक मोमेंट आएगा व्हेन समथिंग विल जस्ट ओपन अप. इसको इतना इंटेंस करना है जब तक सहन नहीं हो सकता, नहीं कर पा रहे, फिर भी खींच रहे हैं. हमें उस स्टेट को खींचना है बहुत ज्यादा, जब तक कुछ एक्सप्लोड होता नहीं अंदर. और वो एक्सप्लोड क्या होगा? वो एक्सप्लोड होगा जो आपका कॉन्शियसनेस आपके डीएनए तक पहुंचना चाहिए. अच्छा, आपको कोई भी अगर तकलीफ है, फॉर एग्जांपल आपको आंखों की प्रॉब्लम है, यू हैव अ कैटरेक्ट प्रॉब्लम, और मे बी सम और द अदर इशू, कोई भी चीज, फॉर एग्जांपल बॉडी की ऐसी कोई भी चीज, कोई भी तकलीफ जो आपको होनी नहीं चाहिए, जो आपको नेचुरली बाय बर्थ नहीं है पर अभी हो रही है. अच्छा, इट कैन बी डायबिटीज, इट कैन बी ब्लड प्रेशर प्रॉब्लम, any sort of problem, anything that is unnatural to your DNA will also be healed and be cured by doing this. So all these things we'll talk later on. 2 practices. I hope all of you have understood. Practice number 1 is हमें अपने शरीर को अंदर से देखना है, यानी स्किन जहां खत्म होती है, इसके अंदर से आपको इस पूरे स्पेस को देखना है. यस, स्टेप 1. तो ना ही सिर्फ हाथ पर, पूरे शरीर में आपको इस शरीर को अंदर से देखना है. अच्छा, ये भी आपको बात बताते हैं, शरीर को अंदर से देखने का काम फिजिकल आंखें नहीं कर सकती, पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो आपका शरीर, आपके डीएनए में ये इंफॉर्मेशन है कि जब आप कॉन्शियसली शरीर के अंदर देखने का ट्राई कर रहे हैं, तो शरीर का कौन सा भाग है जो ये कराने का पॉसिबिलिटी रखता है, तो वो है आपका त्रिनेत्र. So you are actually stimulating the third eye also at the same movement. So whatever we are doing is having multiple effects and multiple things are combined into one practice. So let us not waste our time into words anymore. We will first be sensitive to the breathing. While being sensitive to the breathing, looking at those neutral space. सांसें अंदर आई, एक न्यूट्रल स्पेस है, न्यूट्रल क्षण आया, सांसें बाहर गई, एक न्यूट्रल क्षण आया. जब आप ना सांस अंदर ले रहे हैं ना बाहर छोड़, हम पहले इस न्यूट्रल स्पेस को देखने का प्रयास करेंगे. स्टेप नंबर 2 इज हम जैसे बैठे हैं वैसे बैठे रहेंगे, इसी न्यूट्रल स्पेस को देखते रहेंगे और इस न्यूट्रल स्पेस को देखते हुए हम हमारे शरीर को अंदर से देखेंगे, जिसके साथ ही हम प्राणिक शरीर को और मेंटल बॉडी को, मन को और प्राणिक शरीर को इंटीग्रेट कर रहे हैं, इनका जुड़ाव मजबूत कर रहे हैं. एक कॉन्शियस प्रोसेस. यस, दिस इज द स्टेप 2. स्टेप 3 इज हमें खुद को, तो ये डायरेक्टली 4 फेसेस का विजुअलाइजेशन करने से पहले हम एक बेसिक सिंपल सी प्रैक्टिस ऐसे करेंगे कि आपने अपने प्राण शरीर को देखा, उस आकाश तत्व को देखा, देखने का प्रयास किया. इसके बाद हमने आंखें खोली और हम मानसिक रूप में ये बात सोचने का प्रयास करेंगे. जैसे हम बैठे हैं, अच्छा आपको आपके आसपास क्या दिख रहा है अभी? आपको शायद एक दरवाजा दिख रहा होगा, आपको शायद कोई दीवार दिख रही होगी आपके आसपास, जो भी है, कोई चीज रखी होगी, फैन होगा ऊपर, कुछ भी. हमको इस मैटर को, इस मटेरियल को देखना है और इस इमोशन में, इस फीलिंग में जाना है कि ये मुझसे अलग नहीं है. जिस कमरे में आप बैठे हो अभी, ये कमरा मुझसे अलग नहीं है. ये कमरा मेरा ही एक हिस्सा है, ये कमरा मैं ही हूँ. इस कमरे के अंदर जो भी रखा हुआ है, जो भी है, सब कुछ मैं हूँ. आपको खुद को रिफ्लेक्ट होने देना है. कैसे होता है? जैसे आपके सामने कोई जानवर है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक डॉग है, उस डॉग को कोई पीड़ा दे रहा है, उस डॉग को कोई तकलीफ हो रही है, तो वो देख के आपका दिल दुखता है, राइट? इट हर्ट्स इनसाइड, समवेयर यू फील दैट. व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग? क्योंकि आप कहीं ना कहीं उस जानवर के अंदर अपने आप को देख रहे हैं, इसीलिए आपको उसके दर्द का महसूस होता है. इसी प्रकार से हम सारी इनएनिमेट चीजों को, जो जिंदा नहीं है, इनमें खुद को देखने की कोशिश करें. समझ पा रहे हैं? ये होगी हमारी थर्ड स्टेप की शुरुआत. इसके बाद एक प्रकार का वननेस फील करने के बाद कि हाँ, ये भी मैं हूँ, ये भी मैं हूँ, ये भी मैं हूँ, मैं परसिस्ट कर रहा हूँ इन सभी जगहों पर, मेरा ही हिस्सा है, मैं ही हूँ. ऐसी एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग लेते हुए हम उस ब्रह्मा के स्टेट को टच करने की कोशिश करें. वेरी सिंपल. 3 स्टेप्स आपको बताए हैं. किसी को भी इन 3 स्टेप्स में कोई क्वेश्चन हो, प्लीज पूछिए, सो दैट हम इसको करने के लिए स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. Any questions, please go for them. No questions. प्रैक्टिस क्लियर है सभी के लिए? यस, मालीपा जी. यस मा, यू आर ऑन अनम्यूट, आप पूछ सकते हैं.
सर सेकंड स्टेप आपने जो ब्रीदिंग का बताया, वो रिपीट करेंगे?
नहीं, आपको रिपीट करना होगा प्लीज, हमको सुनाई नहीं दिया. प्लीज रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन. Cannot hear you. Can anyone hear her?
हाँ भी आपकी आवाज बहुत कट हो रही है.
If you can let me know what she is saying.
नो सर, नॉट ऑडिबल. दीपाली जी, आप अपना वीडियो ऑफ कर दीजिए और फिर क्वेश्चन पूछिए.
Achha, now your video is off. It is back on. Ma, please ask the question again. I couldn't hear it. शुरू करना.
दीपाली जी, आप म्यूट पे हैं.
हेलो.
Ma, the audio is cutting a lot. Acha, you can type it out. If
Hello.
that is... yes.
Okay.
Not audible to me actually.
The second step you were telling me, you were telling us, I want you to repeat it because I couldn't hear it properly.
Sure. So I'll repeat everything. So the first step is we look at that neutral spaces between the breathing. So सांसें अंदर ली, neutral space उसे देखा, सांसें बाहर ली, neutral space को देखा. Neutral space. Second step, इस neutral space को देखते हुए हमें हमारे शरीर के अंदर इस आकाश को जो हमने शरीर के अंदर कैद किया है, the space element which is inside the body, हमें इस आकाश तत्व को देखना है जो शरीर के अंदर है. ये हमारी स्टेप 2 है. तो आपकी आंखें बंद है और आप बस पूरे शरीर को आपकी स्किन के अंदर से देखने की कोशिश करें. बस इस कोशिश मात्र में ही आपके त्रिनेत्र में जागृति हो रही है. हम इस सेकेंड स्टेप में इंटीग्रेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं मानसिक स्तर को और प्राणिक स्तर को. ये सेकेंड स्टेप. और थर्ड स्टेप होगी उस ब्रह्मा की स्थिति को हम पाने की कोशिश करेंगे जहां पर हम 4 फेसेस को विजुअलाइज करेंगे और इन चारों के थ्रू सांसों को अंदर लेंगे, चारों के थ्रू सांसों को बाहर छोड़ेंगे, चारों के थ्रू सांसों को अंदर लेंगे, चारों के थ्रू बाहर छोड़ेंगे. तो ये एक विजुअलाइजेशन में स्टेप होगी. थर्ड स्टेप कि आपकी आंखें बंद है, आप लिटरली देख रहे हैं कि आपके पास और 3 फेसेस हैं, और 3 नाक हैं और आप सभी में से सांस को अंदर ले रहे हैं, सभी में से बाहर छोड़ रहे हैं. ये होगी थर्ड स्टेप. इस प्रकार से हम 3 स्टेप्स करेंगे. ठीक है. एनीवन एल्स, एनी क्वेश्चन? Any question, please go for that. Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to know, how do you know when you're supposed to go to the next step?
I will be guiding.
Okay.
This will be guided.
So if you can explain in English, I understand Hindi very well, but the first step you said you have to go inside. When you breathe, you have to stop and you have to feel that empty space, right? That shunya thing, right? And
So
then you have to look at.
Actually, it is like the step 1 is as you breathe in and as you breathe out, you can find a point where you are not even breathing in, not even exhaling.
Right.
There comes a point.
What we did
Yes.
yesterday.
That point I am calling as a neutral space.
Okay.
So we are trying to longing for only looking at or witnessing that
Right.
neutral space more.
Right. And your second step is that you look inside, like half a centimeter inside your skin, basically your skeleton form. You look at it.
Not the skeleton form, just the whole body from the inside. So what you are looking at the exteriors of the body is your skin from the inside.
Right.
Yes. You are literally looking at the skin from the inside, the whole body.
Okay.
So looking at that black void, that space that is being trapped inside the boundaries of that skin.
Okay. Okay, I'm clear. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Any more question? Clear to all? Raise your hands, please. Clear to all? I would like to know from Claude, Santosh, Akash, Dipali, Modi.
Yes, Guruji, clear.
Fine, fine. Let us start with the practice then. Share message me in the okay. All right, so let us start. Let us dedicate the next time totally for this practice. We will close our eyes from now and we'll be opening them directly at the end of the session. So your eyes will be closed itself. You can turn your cameras off from now and completely be available to the practice. If you want, go have 2-3 sips of water. You can come sit. So as you sit for the meditation now, जैसे अब हम इस ध्यान करने के लिए बैठते हैं, कोशिश कीजिए कि आप की पीठ सीधी है, आप अपना पीठ को सपोर्ट लेकर बैठ सकते हैं. You can take some support for your back. You can sit relaxed. Make sure the back is straight and the face is slightly upwards tilt, थोड़ी सी ऊपर की दिशा में. तो आपकी सर और आपका पीठ की पूरी हड्डी, रीढ़ की हड्डी, ये एक लाइन में है. हम इसे इस प्रकार से करते हैं कि हम हमारी हाथों को ऊपर की तरफ रखेंगे. Yes, palms facing upwards, loose, relax on the knees, on the thighs. Make sure your shoulders are loose, everything is loose, relax. You're sitting there. Now we will breathe in. Look at the neutral space. Exhale. Look at the neutral space. So there comes a moment where you are neither breathing neither exhaling. We are trying to look at that place. Even this practice is going to open up many possibilities for you. As of now, we leave everything and just continue doing this. Your eyes are closed. You inhale. Witness the neutral step. Neutral space. You exhale. You witness the neutral space. So yes, please continue. Just to avoid disturbances coming from my side, mute. सांसें अंदर लेते हैं, उस स्थिति को देखते हैं, सांसें बाहर छोड़ते हैं, उस स्थिति को देखते हैं, सांसें अंदर लेते हैं. Keep witnessing the neutral spaces. continue to look at those neutral spaces. All right, very good. Let us move to the step 2 now. While witnessing the neutral spaces, we will try to look at the whole body from the inside. We will try to look at the space element that we have trapped within the boundaries of our skin. अब हम सांसों के इन न्यूट्रल स्पेसेस को देखते हुए पूरे शरीर को अंदर से देखेंगे, इस आकाश तत्व को जो हमारे स्किन के बाउंड्री में कैद है, पूर्ण रूप से इसे साक्षी करने का प्रयास करेंगे. Looking at the neutral spaces and at the space element inside. By doing this, consciously trying to integrate the mental body and the pranic and all other sorts of bodies that we have, looking at the space element, letting the information stored in our DNA to invoke and activate third eye for the reason to look inside the body. Please do it consciously Inhale, exhale. Look at the neutral spaces while witnessing the pranic body or the space element. Please continue. We continue looking at the pranic body, looking at the body from the inside and witnessing the neutral spaces. Yes, very good, everyone. Now I want you to relax while keeping the eyes closed, bringing the attention towards our eyes. Let us try to open our eyes and look around. Look around anywhere you're sitting, around you, the objects, inanimate objects which are not living beings around you. We have to look at these objects as a part of you, you existing in all the things as they are a part of you. Just the way your hand and your fingers are yours, any objects around you, whatever you can see, everything around you is like your fingers and your hands, a part of you. Let that divine acceptance open up. May you see yourself in everything. By keeping such a will, such a state of existence in presence, we will now close our eyes by sharing one third eye. Means the Ajna Chakra is one, and now we will be invoking four faces. One physical face that you have, one more face at the right of your head, just as the physical one more at the left, and one more at the back. Going into the state of Brahma, having four heads, as you successfully visualize these three faces, we will start to inhale from all the four faces inside. If possible, we will try to be sensitive to the neutral space while visualizing the four faces. Exhale and visualize look at the neutral gap, neutral space. Inhale, look at the neutral space. Let the breathing cycles be slow and steady for now. Inhale from all the four faces inside. Let the prana be filled up into you, multiplied by 4. Inhale, look, exhale. हम इन चारों फेसेस से सांसों को अंदर लेंगे और चारों फेसेस से सांस को बाहर छोड़ेंगे. Inhale from foreheads and exhale from foreheads. हम त्रिनेत्र पर, सहस्रार पर जो भी प्रेशर बन रहा है उसे बनने देंगे और हमारी सांसों को हम अधिक तीव्रता से अंदर लेंगे। Intensely inhale intensely from all the four faces. Exhale intensely from all the four faces. Reach Kumbhaka from all the four faces. Exhale from all the four faces. Inhale deeply. Exhale deeply. Let the Varni open up. And let the pranic flood happen in this within the system. Inhale deeply from all the four faces. Exhale intensely from all the four faces. Continue with all the intensity and integrity that you have. Continue letting the energy flood into the system. हमारे चारों चेहरों से हम सांसें अंदर ले रहे हैं और चारों से बाहर छोड़ रहे हैं. Continue and keep filling the prana. Continue inhaling deeply and intensely from all the four faces. Exhale intensely from all the four faces. Now, you may slow down the breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Let the slow inhalation, exhalation happen from all the four faces. Now, with one deep exhalation, सांसों को पूरी तरीके से बाहर छोड़कर हम रुक जाएंगे. Stop after one deep exhalation. From the visualization, whatever extra pieces we have visualized, we will let them be vanished, let them be normal. Inhale the next breath from your physical face. Exhale from the physical face. Yes. Focus on the breathing, which is on the neutral spaces between the breathings. Continue normal breathing with only one physical face. Regular breathing. Focus on the neutral spaces. Continue for a few moments. Yes. So with this, we will rub our hands together. Place them on our eyes, make them little warm. And you can open your eyes. Yes, you can relax. You can open your eyes, turn your cameras back on. Was this was this a wonderful experience for you? You get the trance? You get the trance? Yes. Yes. Please, you can unmute yourselves. Share what did you see? How do you just the energy is vibe coming up, the trance coming up, anything. Let me know.
Yes, Guruji. I was in a very deep,
Yes.
deep, like I was floating in space. I felt like just one me. And when I was visualizing the faces, I could feel some pressure on my temples. Not so much on the back of my head, but on my temples, I could. Yeah, it was very deep, very interesting experience.
We are literally having hours and hours of meditative experience, getting it all together. Slowly with this practices, we'll bring years and years of meditative experience together in one space, in this moment. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you. How did it went with others?
Uh,
Yes.
what I experienced was kind of dropping down of yourself in the space and just be the space. A very unique experience of being one with whatever that space was, like a feeling of not being the body, kind of a feeling.
All right. Very nice. Some trance. You got some trance?
Yeah, I mean, can't even say what that feeling was, but very thanks.
Grace of Maharaj Ji that is making us all experience this. Thank you. Anyone? Yes, ma'am. Namaskar.
Yes, I could feel the vibration from all the other places also while inhaling and exhaling. And it was all inside the head, what is happening inside the head. The right, left, and the behind of the head, the back face was like very strong. The energy was very strong. Like how we see in that waterfall, like lot of energy going inside the body from all the four sides, something like that. Cannot be expressed in words.
That's a nice experience. Definitely. I hope that I hope the experiences intensify further. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
We can do this whenever we want. Otherwise, but
Can you repeat, please?
can we do this by our own, this practice?
Yes, you can. And the instructions for you to follow this later on will be given to you. Yes. Yes, anyone? Ma Deepali? Ma Kiran?
Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Namaskar.
Yeah, I could see the doors and doors and doors are opening and opening and opening, and it was never ending. And there was this light, boom, white light,
Mm-hmm.
and I could feel the energy all over my body from head to toe. It was a very nice experience. Thank you, sir.
Yes. The things that you said, like you could see a door opening, very similar
Yeah,
to something which is a DMT experience.
yeah.
Yes, very good. Thank you. This is a
Thank you.
trance.
Thank you.
Hope it intensifies further. Yes, ma. What about you?
Um, I don't know how to explain it. I when I was breathing initially, like you said, first find the space, and then when you said four faces together, I felt my breathing somehow intensified. But I was concentrating on the breath, so at that time I didn't see any light, nothing. And when you said, now take a, those fast breaths, release fast, breathe in fast. And when I did that, um, I felt a power. And then suddenly I could hear my breath like there's fire crackling inside. That was weird.
Mhm.
Maybe something with my nose, but I could hear it and I was concentrating on that. And then suddenly I sneezed and a little blood came out of my nose. So,
Oh, it happened.
yeah. So I don't know what to make out of that. And then when you said concentrate, again, I went back to it because I opened my eyes like 10 seconds. And when I went back to it, and then when you said, okay, release the other three and just concentrate on you, and suddenly I could feel my breath change. I didn't feel the pressure or the intensity of the other three heads.
Mhm.
But again, it's all concentration on the breath. I'm not seeing any light, I'm not seeing anything. But I've noticed this, that towards the end, it's always towards the end. When you say calm down and rub your eyes, and that's when I'm more in sync. And then I feel my eyes are closed, but they're open. And I see um, void, completely void, and then I see the blue and purples and opening. But I don't see it while it is happening.
Well, these experiences are not something that can be put into words or to find a logical thing why such a thing is happening. It is always divine. Well, you said about the blood. Has this happened to you earlier?
Yes, it has. In fact, to be honest, this has started a little while. Sometimes, I don't know, like one weird. I'm not sure if it's weird or not. Generally, we breathe from one side of the one nose, right? One nostril. But when you said cumulatively breathe, like foreheads, both the nostrils were open. And again, I realized after the sneeze, only one nostril is working. So,
All right.
and I just want to add, yesterday also I didn't share it, but I don't know, when we start this breathing process, I'm always overwhelmed. I can feel tears in my eyes. And then I calm down.
That's ecstasy. Yes, it is like that, right?
Thank you.
All right. All right. So I was asking you about this blood thing. Has it been? Have you ever had this? Such a thing has happened earlier?
Yes, it's only lately that sometimes when I sneeze, it's only now. Sometimes a little blood I feel sometimes, and again, this sneeze was different. It was not like a gentle sneeze, how you just sneeze. Excuse me. It wasn't. It was a little harsh sneeze.
Okay.
So it has happened a few times. Yeah, it has happened randomly. I mean, it's not that I have a cold or my nose is blocked. It just happens once in a while. And I can make sense. And I think maybe it's the heat, something.
Because the blood vessels in the nose are usually very tender, and there are a lot of them. So a bit of even when the BP is blood pressure goes up, such thing happens to many people. But if it is something that is recurring, you would be needing to focus on that. You're needing to work on that.
I don't have any blood pressure or anything.
All right. I'll suggest you something. There is something which will lubricate the whole nose part and will also give your brain a bit of nutrition. What you can do is you can heat a bit of like 2-3 drops of cow ghee and you can put it in the nostril by making it liquid. It is called as nasya. Nasya. This will help rejuvenate the blood vessels, the nerves inside the nose also, and good sort of nourishment is also reached to the brain by doing this. So recommended for you to do before you sleep tonight.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Always try to make the ghee at your home itself by keeping the milk and taking those layers of the milk. If you can make it at the home and you put it best, because we can never guarantee about the packaged ghee that we get from the stores. So the purity is always questionable. So if you can make it at your home itself and do nasya, very nice. If you have some ghee right now at your home, do that. It will give a healing thing. It will give a healing process for the nostrils and the vessels inside.
Thank you. But it's like insignificant. It was like not even like a drop or so. I don't know what it was. I just felt like there's fire crackling, and then I sneezed, and that's it. And then I tried to dab it and check. There was nothing.
Okay. All right. All right. And how about the trance? You received some trance, got into a trance state?
No, I was just focused on my breathing. I didn't get any trance.
All right. All right, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hoping that the experiences intensify further. Yes. So, who else? Claude, Akash, you are on silent from few days.
No,
Before
Sivu
Claude,
Darshan.
yes, go for it.
So I felt a loss of time. Basically, I'm very sure I was not sleeping. And after your instruction to uh, scan the body from inside, I never heard your four-headed instruction. I directly heard your instruction for. I'm wearing headphones, so it is not that I missed it. Uh, Directly heard your instruction to dissolve the foreheads. So I'm very sure I was not sleeping, but yeah, there was this loss of certain minutes. So what I did instead was, when you said dissolve the foreheads, I created the foreheads and I continued till the next step. And while people were giving their reviews, I then dissolved them. Yeah, but I didn't feel any other experience when I was doing the foreheads, when I actually created the foreheads. But between these two instructions, one instruction was totally missed.
Understandable. Going into that neutral space itself, you were focused on the breathing's neutral spaces, and you were in the neutral space.
That's right.
Yes. You know the 25 technique already, so it's
I
okay.
was just going to ask you, my next question was, while practice, should we do the four-headed one or the 25-head one? Regular practice.
So while this one is going on, as it happens, because when I see like, okay, these participants are there, some or the other way, I'm also trying to, even if participants are not visualizing the four faces or not breathing through them properly, some part of me is making the four heads, four faces, creating them in the body front of me. So yes, this is a conscious thing goes around. So not the 25 one as of now, as we were guiding for the four ones, we only go for the four ones.
Okay, okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.
Akash, कसं वाटलं तुम्हाला? Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. खूप छान.
Okay.
Hello.
ध्यानाची एखादी स्थिती भेटली तुम्हाला? खोलवर ध्यानाची स्थिती प्राप्त झाली का?
हो गुरुजी.
ऑलराईट. तुम्ही काल अटेंड केलं होतं?
हो, पण थोडा नेटवर्क इश्यूमुळे आवाज क्लिअर येत नाही.
तुम्ही कालचा सेशन अटेंड केला होता? But maybe there's a network issue. I don't know if I am audible to you guys. I am. Am I? Sorry. Am I?
Yes,
Yes,
Guruji.
you are.
And Akash was there yesterday, if I'm not wrong. I've seen him. Yes.
He was there.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay, maybe so network from his side is a bit dull. Mamta, Mamta, you joined late, right? You have not attended the practice. It's okay.
हाँ गुरुजी, आज मैंने अटेंड ही नहीं किया. मैं जस्ट आई, आज बाहर थी और जस्ट आई और फिर मुझे याद आया कि अरे आज मेरा सेशन पूरा मिस हो गया.
नो इश्यूज, आपको इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग मिल जाएगी.
थैंक यू सो मच।
ट्राई कीजिए कि आप आज ही के दिन उसको फॉलो करके उसको प्रैक्टिस कर
नहीं,
सकें।
अगर हो जाएगा, मिल जाएगा तो मैं अभी तुरंत देख लूंगी।
जी, सो दैट कि आप कल के
Thank you,
मीटिंग के लिए प्रिपेयर्ड हो।
ठीक है,
ऑलराइट,
थैंक यू गुरुजी।
थैंक यू। सो तो अब हम इस मीटिंग को क्लोज करेंगे विद पूर्ण मंत्र। Yes, before we close, any questions? Any questions? Go for them. Any questions you may now ask?
Can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
I woke up this morning and I meditated, but it was a lovely experience. But in between, I felt a little bit of nausea, but it went away. Is that normal? Because that's never happened to me.
Anything can happen. What happens is we are literally trying to invoke certain things from the DNA itself. तो बहुत सारे ऐसे पैटर्न्स होते हैं हम में, जो पैटर्न हमें वो एनलाइटनमेंट एक्सपीरियंस नहीं करना देना चाहते। ऐसा होता है। इसीलिए जब हम ध्यान में बैठते हैं, we feel itchy, we feel sweating is coming, because body and mind some or the other way trying to keep us from that experience, keep us away. So there can be n number of things that can be happening to people to keep them away from getting that state. So it is normal, it is totally normal. What counts is the dedication that we have. कि अच्छा, whatever is happening, still I am sticking to the point, and that is what matters. Else anything can happen. You can have as you sneezed, you can have a sneeze, you can have a cough, you can have sweating, you can feel cold, you can have itching in the whole body. They are all normal things to happen. Yes, nausea is also something normal.
Thank you.
Any question regarding to the practice or regarding to the any theory part that we shared regarding to the lokas or the fragment of us in the lokas? Any questions regarding to how the space element is existing, or any questions? Go for that. No questions? All right. Okay, so we'll be closing this meeting with the Purna Mantra. I want all of you to sit straight. Join your hands. As we start, we will keep a will. We will keep such a will that let completion happen. Let completion be a living experience for all the living individuals. Let the fire of Advaita burn any incompletions that we have, and let us all experience that pure Advaita and a complete state of being. With this, we go with the Purna Mantra. Oh. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnatmugacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Sadguru Padukarpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yes, so thank you for joining, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a blissful time ahead. Yes. Jai Mahakal. Jai Shambhu. Yes.
Thank you, Guruji.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Say Jai Shambhu.
Jai Shambhu.
Jai Shambhu.
Jai Shambhu. Come on, say
Thank you,
it.
sir. Jai Shambhu.
Jai Shambhu.
Jai Shambhu.
Jai Shambhu. Yes. All right. Thank you. We'll be ending this meeting now. See you all tomorrow.
So tomorrow meeting link with Guruji will be the same.
Ah, thank you for reminding. Let me just stop this recording for a moment and I'll share the meeting link. So few participants who joined us have left the meeting already. I'm not sure if it reaches to everyone. Let me create one. Yes.